everybody. Welcome to How to Feed a Loon. I'm Chris.
And I'm Wesley.
The Loon.
The Loon.
And we are making another amazing holiday classic dish.
Yay!
Gourmet green bean casserole. Everybody loves the green bean casserole, right? I mean, it's so good.
Yes, I grew up with it. It was like a can of soup, the green beans, and throw some French's onions on top.
Yeah, well, that was good. This is going to be way better. I mean, it's really, really good. We're doing everything pretty much from scratch, but you can do it. It's really, really cool.
Yay.
We're going to show you exactly how to do it. Of course, you can get all the exact details and the measurements on howtofeedaloon.com, but right here, we're going to show you how to do it.
There's a lot of stuff here.
Oh, it's all fabulous. It smells so good. So we're obviously starting with some fresh cut green beans that have been cut and trimmed, and they're going to go into some nice chicken stock that's hot, and it's going to cook, and it's going to get really nice and yummy and delicious. We're doing our own fried onions. We've already done a batch here, but we're going to show you how to do that. Oh no, it's so good. It's so wonderful. We got our hot oil over here, so we're just going to fry them up. It makes such a huge difference when you're doing this dish. We've got our cast iron skillet. I got some butter that's going to be melting in here. We've got a mix of mushrooms. We've got some button mushrooms, some shiitake mushroom. Yeah. It's shocking how shiitake they are good. Whatever. And we're going to add some garlic, some nutmeg, some cream, and some more stock, and it's all going to come together and make the best green bean casserole you or your family or loved ones have ever had. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's get this show on the road.
All right. Green beans.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is like I said, we want to get these green beans, and we want to soften them up.
Now, while you do that, I'm going to dredge these.
Okay, we'll talk about that in just a moment. So
okay,
we're going to go ahead.
Just start doing it.
We're going to you got that's about 2 quarts of chicken stock. Homemade chicken stock is always good, but you can use the store-bought brand. And bring it to a nice boil on your stove. And then you just put those green beans right in there, and you're going to let them cook to whatever kind of consistency you like. I like them to still have a little bit of a bite to them. You don't want them mushy, but yet, you don't want them so they're really crunchy. So, but you can gauge that on yourself. Now, what the Loon is doing here.
Oh, I'm dredging.
He's dredging. What do you call it? The dredge report? Anyway,
yes.
We've taken an onion and I've sliced it into little slices. You just cut it and cut it into little slices.
We've got
a wet mixture, which is just a cup of milk and an egg that we've mixed together. And then here we've got the dry mixture, which is like a half a cup of flour, a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs, or regular breadcrumbs. You want to make just a nice dry mixture and add about a half a teaspoon of salt in there just to give it a little savoriness.
I'm going to get mittens on my fingers.
So what he's attempting to do, and you seem to be doing pretty well at it, he's going to dip the onions into the wet mixture.
And then
it's going to get them all nice and wet, and then he's going to put them in the dry mixture, and that dry is going to stick to those onions.
Look at that.
And it's going to make those beautiful little fried onion pieces that just make this thing come to life.
Throw those on over
That's
there.
great.
Is that enough, do you think?
I think that's, well, you got some more in there, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
We don't want to waste our onions. These are so delicious.
Go.
Okay, and we've already, in the interest of time, we've already done a batch.
Yes. Voila.
Yeah, you're going to
probably go clean my fingers.
Clean your mitts. You're going to want to use about 2 onions, depending on how many onions you like, but I love them. I mean, it's going to be hard not to just sit there and eat those by themselves. Okay? Now, this is where it's going to really take some, you got to be careful. Always careful with hot oil. You can use one of these little guys, which I think is great. It's called a spider, but it really helps you sort of control them. This is oil that we brought to 350 degrees. You don't want to overfill and you can, of course, use a deep fryer. This is my Dutch oven that I love.
Perfect.
Fill it about halfway with vegetable oil, and those are going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. I mean, you can measure these and see, but they're going to cook up pretty quick.
Wow,
don't those look
great? Are great.
Okay, so you cleared that out of the way, Wesley. Will you go ahead and turn on that skillet for me right there? So what we're going to do? Don't those look good? Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's on.
Yeah,
do I put it on medium?
Put it on medium. Okay, those are. I mean, and when you got fried onions, they look good, right? Don't those look amazing?
Oh, those look great.
So we're gonna put
these.
They
look like they came out of a can.
Well, but
Not
they
really.
didn't.
Not really.
Yeah, they look better than that. So what these are going to do, we're going to just put these on like a platter that's got paper towel on it. You want to
Degrease
soak
them.
up that little extra grease that may be there, okay?
Why don't
Now,
you hand those to me?
I'm going to hand these to you.
And then I'll put them
I'm going to turn this heat off because
I'll
we don't
degrease these.
need this heat on anymore. That's off. Okay. Now, while this is going,
Yes,
let
you
me
need all
grab
of this.
myself a wooden spoon here. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're moving to the really exciting part of this dish. If you would hand me,
Yes.
and let that butter melt. We're real close to that. Again, the exact measurements are, I think I put a half a stick of butter in here. This is 2 cloves of garlic. That's going to really just give this some amazing flavoring. Okay. Now again, I've got about 16 ounces of mushrooms here. You can use just regular button, cremini kind of mushrooms. You can use shiitake. You can use oyster. There's a whole world of mushrooms out there that play around with. They're all just fantastic.
Oh, so you put those in right away.
Oh yeah. They're going to cook down. They're going to absorb that butter and and then they're going to start to release their own juices.
Ooh,
okay?
okay.
And we got about a half a teaspoon of fresh black pepper.
Ooh.
We got a little bit of. I'm gonna do about a half a teaspoon of salt. As always, you know, as you start to build these flavors, after you get a little further into it,
Here's a nut. Have a
thank
nutmeg.
you want to test that and make sure that the flavors are what they are. What were you saying? Have a nut? Okay. So here's some fresh nutmeg. You can use this. This is like the
Let me
whole
smell.
nut right here.
Ooh,
I know.
wow.
And
That
talk
smells
about
like
the holidays.
Yeah, that smells
I
like
know.
Christmas.
It's really, really good.
Or
Okay.
whatever holiday.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to let these mushrooms cook down, okay? This is going to take about, it depends on how many mushrooms you have, but this is going to probably take about 8 to 10 minutes. And then what we're going to do, after these have really reduced down in size and they've started to reduce their liquid, or release their liquid, we are going to, we're going to add some flour.
Flour.
And we've got 2 tablespoons of flour that we're going to add to, and that's going to act as a thickening agent. So when we come back, we will have done that. We will have removed the green bean, or do you, no, let's let these cook for a little bit longer.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's let 'em-
You're the boss.
These need to go about 5 to 8 minutes, and these have been, you know, it hasn't been quite 5 to 8 minutes. So when we come back, we're going to remove these
And put them in a bowl of bath water.
Yes, a cold
bath water.
ice bath water. You want this to stop cooking. If you don't, it'll just keep cooking, and then they'll change the consistency, and then we're going to put it all together, and it's going to be amazing.
Isn't that, what's that called? Blanching.
Yes, you're.
Blanch. I'm going to blanch them.
Well, you already did, Blanche. Okay, that's really great. So we're going to do all of this, and then we'll see you back in just a little bit.
Bye. Wow.
Look how those have
that
cooked
is
down.
So
Oh, these are
interesting.
amazing. So what this happened here is we
Ooh.
cooked these down when they released their liquid, and then that took about 6 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes, and then we added about 2 tablespoons of flour, and that's why you can see it's got a little thicker, and that acts as a thickening agent. And as we said, we're going to blanch the beans. So we took the green beans out of the hot stock, and we carefully placed them. You did a great job putting them in the ice bath water. And now, Wesley,
I'm going to take them out of there and put them in there.
put them out of there because they don't need to be sitting in the water any
All
longer.
right.
Now, what
Ooh.
I'm going to do while he's doing that, I took about a cup and a half of the hot stock. I used a ladle and put it into my measuring cup, and we're going to add it in here. Oh boy, that looks good.
Wow, that looks delicious.
And then, you know, to make it nice and creamy, we got a little bit of heavy cream here. We've got about
you're
a half a cup.
lefty.
I'm a lefty,
And
but that's
I'm a
okay.
righty. Here we
now
are,
look how
bumping
that's
elbows.
gonna start to thicken up. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
So that again, that flour that we added sort of it creates a roux, and it's going to start to thicken. And it takes about 8 minutes for that to happen. So when you come back, this is going to be ready to go.
And I'll be finally done with
You'll-
the green beans.
Hopefully, if you know, we'll see. And but then what we're going to do is we're going to add some of the onions in here. We're going to add all the green beans. It's all going to mix up. Top it with the rest of the fried onions, and then we're going to bake it for about 15 minutes, and it's going to be perfection. Okay. All right. So we'll see you in just a bit.
Love you. Ooh, it's so
Are
creamy.
you kidding me? This is really amazing. Okay, this is really getting real close to being finished. So what we're gonna do, this is, as you can see, I told you this would turn into like a nice thick kind of cream sauce. It's unbelievable.
So that's basically taking the place of the mushroom
You don't want to do,
soup.
yeah, you don't, I mean, the canned condensed soup, it has its place. I'm not knocking it, but this,
Love
just
it.
wait.
And I finished the green beans.
That's great. Really, really good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do these beautifully fried onions that we did. I'm going to use my hands. It's okay. We're all
stick them all
family
in
here.
there?
And you just kind of put them in there.
What about the green beans?
Those are going to go in there too.
Oh.
And then now we're going to, I take about a third of the green beans that I'm going to put in there. I like to mix it in.
A third of
now,
them?
No, I'm sorry,
put
a third of the fried onions. And now put all of the green beans in there.
Oh, Lord. Just throw them in there?
Yep. I know it's really challenging, but just, you can even
Wow.
just... Yeah.
I don't want to get any more water in it,
Okay,
though.
that's good.
No more?
I think, yeah, go ahead and
Throw a
finish
couple
off.
more.
Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up. We're going to get it really nice and mixed. And because you want all of that incredible...
I'm going to eat one of these. Oh.
I know. They're so good. And
And
again...
I like it with a little crunch.
Yeah, we do too. I mean, these are really wonderful when, you know, the great thing about fresh green beans, doesn't that look...
Wow, I'm sorry.
I know.
You were talking.
It's a piece of work is what it is, sort of like you. But no, it's delicious, just like you are. Oh God. So anyway, all right, this is fantastic. Now, why don't you go ahead and you can take the honor of just use your hand and
distributing.
just put it on there. You don't have to be dainty about it. Just
It's for the oops.
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just spread that
do it
out.
all?
We're gonna do, and it's gonna.
I'm getting messy.
Doesn't that look good? Is this
That
not
looks
the best
delish.
green bean casserole you ever did see?
Oh, I can't even.
Okay.
Okay, I just
think
made
we're
a
good.
whole lot
You
of
did
mess.
wonderful. It's Thanksgiving. We're all thankful for everything. Okay, so now we've got the oven that's been preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We've done this in our cast iron skillet because
Make it
now
very rustic.
Yeah, it makes it rustic, and you can also bake with it, which is great. So that's important to remember. Whatever vessel you use, you need to be able to stick it into the oven. So we're going to put this in for just 15 minutes, and then it's going to be ready to eat. Okay? All right, so we'll see you back in just a moment. Oh, look at that.
yay.
I mean,
I can't wait.
You put this on
love
your
it.
holiday table, Thanksgiving,
That is-
whatever you celebrate. Yeah, you'll be a star.
That's
I promise.
fantastic.
It really is incredible. I'm so
And you know what?
What?
Who needs to have it during the holidays?
Well, that's a good point. We can eat this year round, and I'm a little surprised we don't. But okay, you see
Well,
those mushrooms in there? Doesn't that look?
I'm speechless.
That is-
Speechless in Seattle.
shows you how good this dish looks, because for him to be speechless. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
set her down right there. I'm gonna.
Dig in.
I gotta
Prepare
move my fingers. All right.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna bring this up here, so I don't drip all over myself. Oh Lord.
Get some of the onions.
Oh yes, and the and some mushrooms and the
Oh my gosh, this is chock full of deliciousness.
Look
There
at
you
that.
go. That's
Look
good.
at that. Whistling.
Just eat it.
I know. All right. Here I go.
Yeah. How's it compared to like your basic green bean casserole?
There's no comparison. This is so good. This is like Thanksgiving on a plate. Oh,
But better.
Lord. Now that is Loon approved. Oh.
And that's how to feed a loon. Happy holidays, y'all.
Bye.